Tonight, the Department of Health and Wellness addresses the massive brain drain of nurses in St. Lucia. WASCO to bring pipe-borne water to residents in a northern community at last and vows to ensure that the issue of inaccessibility to water is eliminated.
I certainly hope that by 2020 we wouldn't have any communities in St. Lucia that are without water. This is a very good initiative. It is needed, and for the residents of Labon.
And a city dweller is calling on the powers that be to address a long-standing problem of extreme amounts of garbage left on her doorstep by Mother Nature. The details of these stories and more are coming up.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News with Lovely St. Amy Joseph.
Good night. It is Tuesday, the 25th of June, 2019. Welcome to the Hot 7 Nightly News. We're on Flow, channel 117, also being simulcast on Kiss FM 105.5 and 105.9. You can watch on our websites, www.caribbeanhottv.com, or on our free Caribbean Hot FM mobile app. I'm Lovely St. Amy Joseph. Thank you for joining us. Following news of a number of resignations at the Victoria Hospital over the past few months, the Ministry of Health is performing damage control, releasing a statement on the matter. Rochelle Gonzalez begins our reporting this evening.
On Monday evening, Hot 7 reported that there was trouble brewing within the Victoria Hospital, mainly the intensive care unit, after unofficial sources claimed that a high number of nurses had resigned their posts. In response to these claims, the Ministry of Health sought to resolve the matter by releasing a video statement. In the 4-minute video on Tuesday, Permanent Secretary in the Department of Health and Wellness, Felix St. Hill, addressed the issue, saying it is not isolated to St. Lucia. He revealed, however, that the issue carries serious implications.
From the inception, to make mention that it is not just a situation facing St. Lucia, but it is actually a situation that is facing many of the other islands in the Caribbean. The fact is that a number of nurses are opting to take up employment in the more developed countries rather than to remain within the confines of the Caribbean, and are actually taking up positions in the USA, in the UK. Of course, this is not novel to St. Lucia or the Caribbean either, but over the past few months, it has been happening at an increasing rate. So almost on a weekly basis, we at the Ministry of Health, we have faced with the resignation of a number of nurses. And what is sad about it is that our more experienced nurses are opting to take the offer of the employment in the more developed countries.
St. Hill went on to say luckily there are still numerous nurses in St. Lucia who are unemployed and are being recruited to step in to fill in the gaps left by the nurses who resigned. As for the matter with the ICU, St. Hill said the information being spread is not entirely true.
It is a situation that we are facing throughout the entire health sector, not only at the secondary healthcare level, but also at the primary healthcare level. So the fact that a number of specialty nurses are opting for the employment overseas means that we have to put through the younger nurses, probably for some cadetship program or from accelerated program, so that at least, they get up to par to be able to replace those nurses.
The PS said one other issue being faced by the department surrounds midwives. The mass migration, he said, has dealt a major blow to this department.
At present, we have a dearth of midwives in St. Lucia. And while we have the program being offered at the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College, a number of nurses, at present are opting to do the midwifery program, but that is still insufficient. Bearing in mind that we have 33 wellness centers throughout St. Lucia. So in addition to the maternity ward at the Victoria Hospital, we also require midwives in the community. The migration also involves quite a bit of midwives who are opting to go overseas to take up employment overseas. And of course, that is also affecting us. So in future, of course, we definitely need to set up some kind of program where we would assist nurses to become midwives by actually maybe sponsoring them to take up the midwifery program at Sir Alpha Lewis Community College.
St. Hill said the department has of late been facilitating the midwifery courses at SALCC. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Rochelle Gonzalez.
Thank you, Rochelle. The hard truth remains, in 2019, over 100 residents in the Labon-Grosley area are still without pipe-borne water. As of the 25th of June, a signing between the Water and Sewage Company Inc. WASCO and the St. Lucia Social Development Fund SSDF looks to decrease the number of individuals without water in the Labon area. A water project valued at $976,208.66 will commence on the 2nd of July. Solange Alfred tells us more.
A basic necessity, pipe-borne water, will soon be delivered to the residents of Labon-Grosley. An attempt to do so back in 2009 saw only residents to the east of the area receiving water. Fast forward 10 years later, and residents in West Labon are still without pipe-borne water. However, the efforts of members of the St. Lucia Development Fund, SSDF, and Parliamentary Representative for Grosley, Leonard Spider Montoute, have borne fruit. At the signing ceremony held at the WASCO conference room, Montoute noted the archaic nature of the problem being resolved and pledged to work towards eradicating water woes by 2020.
It is, in a sense, a happy occasion, but almost an embarrassing occasion for us to be talking about bringing pipe-borne water to communities in 2019. But let us ensure that come 2020, that will be a subject that is passé. And so I look forward, of course, not sounding like I'm being too greedy, but there are other communities in my constituency, contrary to what the impression may be that there are other communities in my constituency where there are still residents without pipe-borne water.
Echoing the sentiments of Montoute was Executive Director of the SSDF, Alison Maffrey. He urged residents of Labon to bear patience until the end of the project, which has a start date of July 2nd and will run for a 5-month period.
I certainly hope that by 2020 we wouldn't have any communities in St. Lucia that are without water. This is a very good initiative. It is needed, and for the residents of Labon that are without water, just want to tell you that just bear with us for a little while between BNTF, SSDF, WASCO. You will have water shortly. It really is life.
General Manager at WASCO, Edmund Regis, provided a technical breakdown of the areas targeted and works looking to be implemented to assure pipe-borne water reaches the westerly areas in Labon.
The proposed project is to upgrade the existing system to include the installation of 6,745 feet of 4-inch PVC pipes, inclusive of pipe fittings, valves, frames and covers, the reticulation system and the new 90 3/4 pipe connection, trench excavation and road reinstatement works. The upgrade is being supervised by Alpha Engineering, and the project is, as such, the works on the line will commence in Labon and move in the direction of Moshi and end about 1 kilometer from Wavin Makok.
SSDF and WASCO officials expressed their hope that the residents of Labon, after the completion of the project, will enjoy a more sustainable and reliable form of water. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Solange Alfred.
An initiative designed to get people up on their feet and moving is stepping into its 4th year. National Sneaker Day will be observed on Wednesday, and one of the organizers is calling on the masses to embrace the notion and incorporate it into their everyday lives. Rochelle Gonzalez reports.
R. Kelly sings Step in the Name of Love, but on the eve of National Sneaker Day 2019, one National Insurance Corporation employee is asking the masses to step in the name of health and fitness. It's that time of year again, and the hope is that the main meaning behind the initiative will stick and that persons will inculcate that extra bit of fitness into their daily lives. In years past, NSD has been endorsed by numerous local celebrities, including Ezra the Fun Machine Augustine, who also works at the NIC. McNaughton McLean, who is the communications manager of the NIC, said the initiative was born out of an attempt to inject more physical activity into the lives of the masses, especially those who do little to no exercise daily.
The concept of Sneaker Day is to create awareness about the need for people to be more physically active, and we're targeting workers. The Sneaker Day targets workers because they're less likely to be active. They sit all day at a desk. So we want to, make them aware that they need to stand up against sitting down. And that's our tagline. It's really a problem here in St. Lucia, the issue of non-communicable diseases. And, the health concerns. And we're seeing significant increase in sickness benefit claims. And so to address that, we are doing a couple of campaigns. And Sneaker Day is one such. It's now in its 4th year. We have also installed outdoor fitness gyms, the first of which is at Beauséjour, the Beauséjour Outdoor Fitness Facility. Yep. And we are actually going to roll out a number of other fitness gyms, similar outdoor fitness gyms. We want to ensure that we make a life of fitness accessible primarily to the underprivileged.
McLean said the day does not demand much. One and all can come as they are, with sneakers, of course.
On the day, Sneaker Day tomorrow, Wednesday, June 26th, we're asking people to wear their sneaker with their normal corporate attire as an awareness about the situation. And I guess the fact that you're in comfortable shoes, you will walk more, don't take the elevator, take the stairs, park a little further from your office. Take a stop earlier and walk the rest of the way. Just do little things and make it a habit. That's what we hope it will happen.
Speaking of habits, McLean said he believes the initiative has improved many lifestyles of people who embraced it.
We have a number of people who have come to me and say, since Sneaker Day, I have actually started to change my lifestyle, to walk more. I walk to work, to lunch instead. I take a walk. I walk around the office. I no longer pick up the phone and call my colleague. I just walk across to the desk. So we are seeing the changes. I mean, once you create the awareness, it's up to people to, now apply this, what the information that we're giving them, to apply to their everyday lives.
Persons are being asked to join in on the fun by taking a selfie with the hashtag 758 Sneaker Day 2019. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Rochelle Gonzalez.
You're watching the Hot 7 Nightly News. Still to come, a resident of a small community in Castries is calling for the assistance of authorities in dealing with a major garbage issue. The NWU doubles down on Wasco, and it's a race to Calypso glory. Stay with us. Those stories and more are coming up.